friends, hello, welcome back. So once again, we are here doing a video where we do today's current NHL team and facing them off against one of the best teams that they've had in the past. Today we are doing the Carolina Hurricanes versus the 06 Carolina Hurricanes Stanley Cup champions. That was the video you guys wanted to see the most. Again, always looking at the comment section based on thumbs up, comments, or whatever. This is the one you guys seem to want to see the most of, was the 06 Carolina team versus the current Carolina team. So here's the 06 team right here, those Stanley Cup winners. Cam Ward, we already know what he did that postseason. What a season he had there. And the backup, it was again a case just like the last video, I think, actually, right? If I'm not mistaken, again, didn't watch hockey back then, I could be out of my mind here, but again, if I am mistaken, Gerber was the starter throughout the season and Cam Ward just kind of took it from him. Cam Ward was the young guy coming in, didn't really, you weren't really going to go out there and throw him to the wolves right away, and he just kind of took over in playoffs and carried that team to the promised land. Very Ryan Murray-esque, I guess. Over here on offense, though, we have Eric Stahl, we have Rod Brindamore, and then Justin Williams on this first line. And let me tell you what a first line it is. A solid overall first line, because this offense right here just dominated. Straight domination that season. Recchi, I swear every single build we do features a Mark Recchi, and every single time we do a team build, I think EA has him in the game and I never find him. He's not in the game, right? I've looked at like every team he's been on, which is like, all 31 of them, even Vegas, which is impressive because, they weren't around back then, and he's not there. Kind of surprised there. Colin, no, second line there. Stillman with him as well. Whitney on the third line. Wait, and then Andrew Ladd, the young Andrew Ladd, killing it over there on the Carolina Hurricanes back in the day. I think he was, I'm not sure if he was third or fourth line. All these bottom four guys were playing 8-9 minutes a night. Understandably so when you had Brendan Moore dropping 22 a night, but you know what, he was killing it. What do you expect? That line in general was killing it. Adams, and LaRoche there. On defense, a little bit weaker. I could be wrong. I could be wrong on judging the overalls here, but we did give that first line an 83. Hedekin in 84, Caberlet in 84, Commodore, what EA gave him was an 82, was playing on that second line, and then Wallen and Wesley. So if there is an area of weakness on this Carolina team, and maybe again could have been great defense, it could have been Cam Ward playing out of his mind in playoffs, I honestly couldn't tell you, but I do know this team was an offensive powerhouse. And if there is anything that today's Carolina Hurricanes may be able to take advantage of, it is this Carolina alumni defense right now. We'll take a look at the regular Carolina team real quick just to get an idea here what we're working with. Svechnikov and Aho, you talk about two young studs, three young studs you want to throw in. Teravainen, that could really be the future of this Carolina team. Maybe the future Brendan Moore, Eric Stahl, and Williams. You never know. I don't know if you'd want to take that though, because Justin Williams, I'd take it. That was a great season by those guys. Why not? So we'll see what this team can do. We will jump into a playoff game or playoff series, a best of 7, and see what these two teams can do up against each other. Here we go. Carolina beat Carolina. The alumni should be on the left. I am not sure. That is the side we gave them, was the Western. So that should be the Stanley Cup winners on the left. We will see. We'll jump into the first game and we'll find out. We'll find out for ourselves here. It is 2-1 homeboys right here. And it is, yes, indeed, the Stanley Cup winners would be the ones on the road here. So Vatanen and Ryan Dzingel getting Carolina ahead early. Justin Williams, as expected, that line's going to be dominant. Can they slow them down? That is the question. Justin Williams, speaking of Justin Williams, he's like goal for goal, pal. Justin Williams, that is why we had to create him. We're just going to edit him. It's like, oh, okay, he's on Carolina right now. Can't do that. There's an Aho goal, and the current Carolina Hurricanes are looking to jump out to a 1-0 potential shocker here in a series lead against this potent Carolina team, but they're jumping back into it right here. There is a Stillman goal, down by 1, 2 minutes left. Carolina's gonna tie it. Carolina is going to blow the lead to Carolina. Yes, Carolina of 06. Colin with the goal. We was just talking them up, jumping out that 1-0 ever so important lead into the playoff series here, or in the Stanley Cup series here. It's not gonna happen though. Not gonna happen. Instead, it's the 06 Carolina Hurricanes bouncing back. Can they finish the job? Here's the big question. The answer is yes. Wow, the current Carolina Hurricanes just blew it. They had a golden opportunity and they couldn't stop Recchi. They had a golden opportunity to jump out 1-0 in this series. They couldn't do it. Game 2. Let's see if they can get one back. Let's see if they can get game 2 back. Gonna be a crucial one going into game number 3. You don't want to go on the road, or on your case home. I don't know how to explain it. taking a home and home series to a whole nother level, but there it is. The 06 Carolina Hurricanes are going to jump out to a 2-0 series lead, and all of a sudden the current Carolina Hurricanes, who with just 10 minutes left in the first game of the series, were looking like they could be in control of this series, at least to start. And now they are reeling and need a must-win game here in game number, in a must-win game here in game number 3. It is Aho and it is Wait. I feel like it's too easy to call it Wait. I feel like that's not right. It's 4-2. There it is. Carolina finally putting some goals on the board. That's going to do it. We got Shea, we have Aho, and Gardner getting the job done. Can we trust them to hold that lead going into the third period? No. I was going to sim it, and it's a good thing we did, because this game is now within 1. There's an insurance goal. Niederreiter. There you go. On Cam Ward, who is the playoff mastermind for these 06 Carolina Hurricanes. Coming back to Zedekin. 1-goal game, 7, and they tied it again. Unreal. Wait with the goal, and the Carolina Hurricanes, for the second time in 3 games, find themselves blowing a third period lead. And all of a sudden, going into overtime, this team could be reeling, and there it is. How did they manage to do that twice? Stillman with the goal. The 06 Carolina Hurricanes got a lot of fight in them, I guess. But man, if you're currently the current Carolina Hurricanes, you had a chance to jump out to what would be now a 2-1 series lead. You blew a 2-goal lead twice in the third period. That's massive. That is absolutely massive if you're the Carolina Hurricanes. How you can manage to do that, I don't know. That was a tough one. We'll get the first period out of the way. It is Carolina of the 06 of the past, the LaRose. That's probably not how you say his name either. LaRose? LaRosse? I like LaRose. It sounds great. 1-0 lead. There's Eric Stahl getting that insurance goal. We're going into period number 3. Can Carolina do a little comeback magic of their own here? They got a goal, but the 06 Carolina Hurricanes came right back. Brandon Moore with the goal right after Sashnikov buried one for the current boys. There's 10 minutes left. Plenty of time. No reason to panic yet. Okay, there's reason to panic. It's 3-goal game. Panic time, fellas. They're gonna get swept. The current Carolina Hurricanes are gonna get swept. That was the thing with this series. I was wondering, like, which ones can we do that would not be too lopsided. A lot of you guys want to see Carolina, so we did Carolina, and it appears to be very lopsided. A 4-game sweep. Is there anyone's out there right now you can look at and say current team, former team, absolute slugfest? Who you guys got in mind if we do one here in the future? But for this one, it appears the Carolina Hurricanes of the 2006 season are indeed studs and Stanley Cup winners, and the current Carolina Hurricanes are not. 4 games it took them to win this series. If you guys enjoyed this video, a big thumbs up and subscribe is appreciated and required. Thank you guys for watching, and we will see you next time.